Renovating old buildings really is an art form, especially when they're historic treasures. We're on Young's Island with Alex Johnston of Johnston Contracting, where he and his team are renovating an old building. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to dig into a building from the late 1800s? Well, Alex knows, and he's invited us along to learn.
The building was built around 1900. Originally it was a U.S. post office. It's been vacant for a number of years now, but the current owners are turning it into their office. They were big on preserving as much of the original features and aesthetics as possible. So they have a very high attention to detail with the millwork, the window trim, the brick, the mortar and the brick, and even maintaining the same roof design as well as exposed wood in the ceilings. You never know what you're going to find when you start opening the building up. The first step in addressing a project like this would just be spending time getting to know how it was put together, what the materials were that built it, the age, if there's any deterioration that's going on, and then get an engineer and an architect involved that can really help you get a full plan. When we started tearing apart the building, we made sure to keep as much of the original materials as possible. We saved all the old windows, all the old floor joists, all the subfloor, any of the millwork, so we can duplicate it when we're ready to start running new interior trim. The slab was predominantly oyster shells and cement. So that was another surprise that we found when we started tearing it apart. Another really neat aspect were all the clear span trusses that we have on the second floor roof. You don't really see that very often anymore. So the engineers worked with us to come up with a repair plan to repair what was damaged and maintain or keep everything else that was in the building with a new steel structure. While we were doing demo, we made sure to save almost all of the original materials, and we're going to repurpose as many as possible, whether it be using the old subfloor as paneling, the old floor joist as exposed beams. All of that just helps continue the story of the original building. One of the challenges with this building was trying to maximize energy efficiency, bring everything up to code, as well as maintain the historic aesthetic. One of the neat options that we were able to do was an applied roof system that went above the existing roof that conformed with our energy standards. So it has the insulation above the roof with the roof membrane on top of that. Another way that we were able to increase some of the energy efficiency was we've got really high quality windows. Everything's low E, impact rated. It's very corrosive resistant. Charleston County has been wonderful to work with as far as we've kept them in the loop with the project and kind of our end goal, and they've really worked with us to say what they'll allow, what they won't allow in regards to energy code, flood elevations, and so they've kept an idea of the historic aspect, but also bringing it up as energy efficient and practical building as possible. The sense of pride now starts when we're starting to put it back together. It is very rewarding when we get to walk through with the client and see a finished product. Usually they are thrilled, and just all of our hard work kind of culminates usually in a short walkthrough, and as long as they're happy, then that means the world. At Johnston Contracting, we love doing projects like this. We get really excited about doing the historic aspect of the work, tearing it apart and then putting it back together. It's even better when you have a customer that's excited about the project and works with you throughout the whole process with selections and finishes to make it the nicest building possible with the end result. I'm Alex Johnston with Johnston Contracting. If you have a historic renovation or a home renovation that you're excited to start on, please call me at 843-300-9877, or you can see my website at johnstoncontractingllc.com.